Do you think he will be given time, though? And do you think he deserves to be given more time?
On the basis of his work at Spurs this season, you can't make any argument that he deserves it. And there's a bit of a thing with Frank, I suppose, in that we've certainly seen it because we would have dealt with him at Brentford, and he was in contrast now at Spurs. He was so expansive at Brentford. He was such a kind of assured character who was willing to just talk so intelligently about football. We're not he looks like a different figure at Spurs now. As regards whether they'll change, I think the one thing that was significant about yesterday's game was it felt like it didn't quite get toxic enough to force the owners, and that's where we are now. I think that's touching on what Johnny said there about where it gets into end game for a manager. And it's almost like everyone is in a bit of a holding pattern now until the situation gets so bad and it gets so toxic that they have no choice.
There was a danger it would, though, wasn't it? Particularly at half-time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's been a bit of a debate around Spurs over the last 12 or 14 hours since the game ended about how much of this was Frank and how much was the players taking matters into their own hands. And even we should say about Villa's performance, but especially in the first half, just the sharpness and coherence of Villa in contrast to what Spurs were. That first goal where Tielemans just plays it straight through the four men. Yeah. And then the second goal, kind of one-touch football, as if Spurs were a lower league side. They did rally in the second half, maybe show that there could be something there. But can Frank in this situation, can he hone that? It feels unlikely.
Arsenal have once again proven that elite clubs do their loudest work in silence. In the final days of the January transfer window, the Gunners stunned the football world after respected transfer expert Fabrizio Romano confirmed two surprise signings that had been kept completely under wraps. While rival clubs dominated headlines with drawn-out negotiations and failed pursuits, Arsenal moved decisively behind closed doors, executing a bold and calculated strategy that exploded into public view at the perfect moment. This double swoop is more than a dramatic deadline day twist. It is a clear reflection of the club's evolving mentality under Mikel Arteta. Arsenal are no longer reacting to the market, they are controlling it. The secrecy surrounding both deals highlights a level of planning, discipline, and authority that has become a defining feature of Arteta's tenure. The late additions are expected to immediately strengthen squad depth and offer vital tactical flexibility. With injuries, fixture congestion, and high-stakes matches piling up across domestic and European competitions, Arteta now has greater options to rotate, adapt systems, and maintain intensity across multiple fronts. These signings could prove decisive as Arsenal pushed deep into crucial phases of the season. Timing was everything. By striking late, Arsenal avoided inflated prices, external pressure, and interference from rival clubs. Sources suggest the groundwork for both deals had been laid weeks in advance, allowing the club to act swiftly once conditions aligned. It was a masterclass in modern transfer execution. The message sent by these moves is unmistakable. Arsenal are not content with progress alone, they are chasing silverware. With the Premier League race tightening and European ambitions growing louder, the club's willingness to act boldly in January underlines its belief in the current project. For supporters, the excitement is justified. For rivals, the warning is clear. Arsenal are thinking several steps ahead, and as the business end of the season approaches, these secret signings may be remembered as a turning point in their pursuit of glory.